Welcome, everybody. Today, I'm going to talk about something which is quite important and rather fascinating, and introduce the word that we have used before. But it's such an important aspect of our life that often not understood. And that's called autophagy. Autophagy means eat yourself. Now, we get nutrition from outside, right? Although we know what we eat food. Can you eat from your own self? Can you eat your own muscles? Can you eat your own fat? Can you eat yourself? That even possible? Interesting, isn't it? The nutrition can come from inside yourself as well. This is an interesting aspect. And autophagy means, luckily, it is much more beneficial. We think that, okay, when we eat up ourselves, that means we are, either, we're destroying ourselves. No, it's exactly the opposite. And in fact, there's so many advantages. And particularly as we do the immunity part, we realize that I'll mention some of the functions that happens. Just list of what happens, and so you'll be surprised how powerful it is. It optimizes cell functions. All the cell functions are optimized. They work better. Immunity allows to grow, is allowed to grow. And if there's a faulty part, faulty cells, you see, anytime there's a faulty area, you remove the faulty area, and this cell is not functioning properly. What removes it? Who removes it? We remove ourselves. So removing the faulty cell parts completely, replacing dysfunctional, not functioning cells, for example. And the mitochondria, we talked about the mitochondria. You see, mitochondria are the energy bodies that get affected because we are not functioning properly or whatever. The energy system is not proper. If my energy system in the house is not proper, and it's not that I have to keep upkeep and everything. So that upkeep of dysfunctional mitochondria is called mitophagy. I mean, they use the word phagy anyway. Phagy means eating. And whatever the stress we have, we carry all the stresses in the body. The stress destroys the mitochondria. Then it does is prevents the buildup of toxins. There are toxins that build up from whatever either we eat or we have infections. Infection builds toxins, you see. Bacterial infections, fungal infection, viral infection. Those toxins, who removes that? That's autophagy. That's the way the white cells come in, they remove the. Then removing supposing the bacteria get into the cell, which happens, there's the bacteria come and infect the cells. What removes that? That's the function of autophagy. They're inside the cell. Bacteria already gone into the cell. If you don't have this function of autophagy, it will be hard to fight that. That's a xenophagy. There's another word that they use. Don't worry about that. And then whenever the immunity is there, whenever the cell infection is occurring, the white cells and all the immune mechanism that is there, which fights all the disease process, that's getting in that place. The war zone, we call it, the war zone. In the war zone, this active removal of the dead stuff or injured stuff is very important. It was extremely important, in all the kinds of wars. Otherwise, what will happen is people who have died or they can really spoil the whole area. And so the war zone. The other thing is inflammation. All the inflammation that is there that gets reduced because of this autophagy. And early onset cancers, believe it or not, if your cancer is very much early in the stage, then that's attacked by these autophagy cells and stuff. And pro-cancerous processes, like there's change in the cell. The cell is not working properly and becoming a cancer. And the DNA or inside stuff is damaged with chronic inflammation, whatever that situation is going on. That's all addressed by this process, autophagy. Now, what are the ways in which you can improve or enhance this autophagy? These are all so many advantages. What are the things you do? Simple. Fasting. Basically, if you miss a meal or prolong just fast, you can do fast, hours or days, whatever you want to do. Fasting is a very important way because then you're not eating from outside. The body starts say, "Oh, I got a chance to recover," so it starts recovering and polishes all this stuff. Restricting calories. If you restrict the calories in any way, you can help it. Doing aerobic exercises, we talked about that. If you do aerobic exercises, it increases the mitochondria and it works a lot faster. And then a low carbohydrate diet, the ketogenic diet. We have talked about that. If you cut down the carb in any way, it will increase cleaning up of the body itself. Coffee consumption to be cut down. These are all known things anyway. But another thing that's very important is sleeping properly. If you sleep well, if you adjust your sleep, autophagy occurs significantly better during sleep, okay? And the phase in which, there are a couple of phases in which autophagy happens. And so these are the various things that we do from the outside. And then other thing that you can take, for example, from the, like supplements and stuff like that, that increase the autophagy, which are, one of the things we do is curcumin. We use the curcumin in our haldi, we eat that in our cooking in a good way. Other thing is resveratrol. It's a medication that it's a compound that find in wine, but grapes also. Grapes from resveratrol. Vitamin D, niacinamide, 3, omega-3, for example. We know all these things to be increasing. And also green tea. It's a green tea, polyphenol. These are the things that actually improve. And there are so many other ways of doing it. But recognize that autophagy is part of our process, part of our cleaning up. It's like a self-cleaning oven. Have you seen a self-cleaning oven or self-cleaning, put something in the carburetor or in the engine for the car, and it cleans up everything. It starts cleaning itself. So remember the word autophagy, remember what it is and how we can activate it and how we can improve our overall function of the body.